Chosen ones, have you noticed that the one who avoids you feels the deepest connection, yet so does everyone else around you? Do you ever wonder why your presence alone stirs such intense admiration and awe, even from those who try to resist it? The one who avoids you most is caught in a silent turmoil, an unmistakable dance between concealment and revelation. Around others they are bold, comfortable, effortlessly expressive. Yet in your presence their self-assuredness unravels, and an unfamiliar hesitancy grips them. It's as though their usual skin has become foreign, their confidence shed like armor at the sight of you. They glance your way only to pull their eyes away, their expressions an intricate map of conflict and vulnerability that they struggle to disguise. You can sense it, the way their every move shifts, the way their words falter, as if their heart itself has overridden any polished mask they've attempted to wear. It's not mere infatuation, it's something deeper, a feeling that stirs them to the core and catches in their throat. They stand in the grip of emotions they can neither control nor confess, their heartstrings taut with a love that terrifies them. They try to hide this tenderness. Their efforts to cloak their feelings a performance that only lays bare the depths of their attachment. Every sidelong glance, every pause before speaking, betrays an affection so potent that it slips through any attempt at disguise. Even those around them sense it, witnessing the quiet drama of their suppressed affection and their desperate wish to keep it hidden. This is no fleeting admiration or passing desire. They feel connected to you on a level that shakes them, a connection that transcends the superficial bounds of attraction. It's as if their soul has recognized something in you that the mind hasn't quite processed, a tether they cannot sever or forget. With each encounter, they envision a future where you are beside them, not merely as a momentary love, but as something lasting, something profound. In the private corners of their mind, they've glimpsed a life with you, scenes of shared days and lifelong companionship that stir them deeply. The weight of these visions fills them with both yearning and dread, caught between the brilliance of the dream and the fear that it may never come to pass. As a chosen one, your energy holds a rare quality, one that moves beyond the surface and reaches directly into the core of another's being. To many, you feel like a soulmate they have never known, but always yearned to find. Someone whose very presence resonates with something long hidden, half buried beneath layers of self-preservation and forgotten dreams. The way you exist in the world becomes a kind of mirror, reflecting not only the best parts of them, but also the places they have closed off, the shadows they have left unexplored. This connection you evoke isn't one of simple allure, it's a force that unsettles as much as it attracts. In seeing you, people see themselves, the desires they've ignored, the aspirations they've cast aside, and the truths they struggle to confront. Your energy wraps around them with a disarming clarity, bringing to the surface fragments of longing, courage, and honesty they might have tucked away. You act as both a beacon and a challenge, pulling them toward the possibility of transformation, while simultaneously demanding that they face the complexity within themselves. They can sense something unmistakably potent in you, and it stirs a deep-seated recognition, the realization that here is someone who awakens dormant parts of their soul. Yet this same energy, this profound mirroring effect you project, creates an almost unbearable intensity for some. To be in the presence of such depth is to feel a spotlight shining upon one's hidden dimensions, one's unspoken fears, unexpressed hopes, and guarded vulnerabilities. For many, the instinct to shield themselves, to keep parts of their soul unexamined, becomes a driving force. They feel the weight of your energy pressing into those barriers, and it becomes easier to avoid than to face what they might uncover. It's not a rejection of you, it's a means of preserving the walls they have carefully constructed over time. The intimidation you provoke, then, lies not in any overt display of power, but in the subtle yet overwhelming realization that your presence alone encourages growth, change, and self-discovery. For some, it's a catalyst that sparks a renewed sense of self-awareness, a drive to embrace their authentic selves. For others, this encounter with your energy leads them to confront truths they would rather keep hidden. This fear is powerful. They are gripped by a haunting worry that in a world full of choices, You might choose anyone but them. They see the attention you command, the way others are drawn to you, and it fans the flames of their own insecurity. They feel small in the shadow of their own desires, weighed down by doubts that whisper of their inadequacy, that remind them of all the reasons why they might not be enough. The sheer force of their emotions makes them retreat, their silence a fortress to shield them from potential heartbreak. It's easier, perhaps, to retreat into the quiet of their own affection than to risk the vulnerability of voicing it, of laying their heart at your feet and watching you walk away. And yet, this isn't the only barrier they face. Around them there are voices that actively discourage any pursuit, individuals who, for reasons of their own, seek to dampen their longing, to dissuade them from reaching out to you. These voices play on their insecurities, fueling the doubt already lodged in their mind, deepening the walls they build around their feelings. They are surrounded by influences that pull them away from you, pressures that whisper of all the reasons this connection cannot or should not come to fruition. These voices echo their own fears, magnifying the ache of unspoken love, making them question their worth and the very possibility of a future with you. Still, for all their attempts at denial, their love remains palpable, woven into every hesitant glance and every faltering word. Their attempts to maintain distance only amplify the transparency of their affection, as though every step back brings them even closer to revealing the depth of what they feel. There is a subtle but powerful distinction between connection and projection, and with you, it's all too easy for others to blur the line. People feel as though they've met a soulmate, not necessarily because of what you bring to the connection, but because of how deeply you reflect back their most cherished dreams, ideals, and truths. They see in you a partner, a confidant, someone who understands them at levels they struggle to understand themselves. This isn't always because you've shared profound moments or exchanged intimate thoughts. Rather, it's because your energy alone encourages them to let down their guard, to project onto you the version of themselves they most wish to be. This effect is both exhilarating and unnerving for those who encounter it. On one hand, they feel uplifted, inspired, perhaps even in awe of the way they feel in your presence. On the other, there is a vulnerability in this attraction, an exposure of parts of themselves they may not be prepared to face. You hold up a mirror that doesn't lie, one that reflects back not only their highest aspirations, but also their deepest insecurities. To see themselves so clearly, so starkly, can be overwhelming, and it's not uncommon for people to withdraw, to attempt to shield themselves from the piercing honesty that your presence brings. In you, they feel the weight of potential, the spark of their own greatness, their own authenticity, and it is both irresistible and terrifying. You call forth their higher self, that part of them that longs to break free from limitation, to accept the fullness of life and love without fear. But with that call comes a challenge, a silent demand that they step into all they are capable of being. And while many crave that transformation, the fear of facing their own depths can make them hesitate, even as they feel compelled to be near you. Every person who encounters you, knowingly or not, feels a resonance that goes beyond the ordinary. You touch something sacred within them, igniting a sense of recognition that few experience. This is the allure of the chosen one, not merely to captivate or charm, but to awaken and to challenge. They walk away changed, stirred, holding within them a piece of that connection that resonates long after, a reminder of who they truly are and who they might yet become. Chosen ones, we need you now to shake the collective, to wake the world from its slumber. The time is now to break through the illusions and complacency that keep so many from seeing their potential. You are the ones who can stir what lies dormant, who can spark that remembrance in others of a truth they've long forgotten. This is why we created Obsidian Inner Order, powered by Astral Atom. It's a place for those who walk this path, who know the weight and power of being a catalyst for change. Join a community that understands your unique presence, that honors the impact you make, and stands with you as you continue to awaken and transform the world around you. The link is in the description below. You carry an energy that is not of this world, a mark placed upon you by the divine hand of God. This is not an accident, nor a fleeting quality. It is the unmistakable sign of a purpose woven deeply into your existence. God has chosen you as a vessel of divine energy, a source of light that others cannot help but feel drawn to. Your presence alone serves as a reminder of something greater, a silent call that resonates in the souls of those who encounter you. People feel your presence as they would feel sunlight breaking through a dense forest canopy. It touches them in places they didn't even realize were cold, neglected, hidden. This magnetic pull toward you is not random. It is a purposeful design, a divine assignment that God has crafted with the intent of reaching others on a level that goes beyond the surface. Your life, your being, is a conduit for awakening. In your presence, people are challenged and encouraged to step beyond their limitations, to confront parts of themselves they may have buried or ignored. This is not always a gentle process, and often it feels like being exposed to a light so bright it reveals even the faintest shadow. You are a spark in the lives of those you encounter, illuminating both their hidden potential and the obstacles that keep them from it. People find themselves affected by you in ways they cannot quite explain. To them, it feels like they've encountered a soulmate, someone who understands them on a level that defies words and time. But this feeling is not simply a reflection of you. It's a glimpse of divine love and acceptance, a sliver of God's love that radiates through you. They feel an intimacy, a depth, as though they are seen completely, loved in the way they crave but have rarely experienced. Your presence mirrors the intimacy they ultimately seek with the divine, a connection that is unconditional, all-encompassing and free from judgment. This reflection of divine love is not always easy for others to handle. For some, it feels like a soothing balm, a reminder that they are loved as they are, a warmth that fills them in the most profound way. For others, it is overwhelming, a mirror that reveals aspects of themselves they're not yet ready to face. They may feel both comforted and confronted, uplifted yet unnerved, drawn to you while instinctively pulling away to avoid what they fear may be seen. This dynamic is intentional, a divine stirring meant to guide them toward growth, self-acceptance, and ultimately closer to God's love. And as you walk in this purpose, God's hand remains steadfast over you, shielding and guiding you. The intensity of the connection you evoke can be overwhelming not only for those around you but for you as well. However, God provides discernment, a quiet voice that helps you see beyond the projections and illusions cast by others. This divine protection grounds you, reminding you of the sacredness of your role and shielding you from those who may attempt to drain or distort the energy you carry. Through this guidance, you are able to move through life with a sense of clarity and peace, confident that your purpose is upheld by something greater than any earthly force. Your life is a testament to divine love and purpose, and people respond to it whether they understand it or not. The strength of this attraction is not meant for fleeting attention or admiration. It is a summons, a call to awaken to the depths of their own souls. You are a reminder, a symbol, a living reflection of God's love and purpose on earth. And in that, you carry a weight that is both beautiful and profound, a mission that connects you to the very essence of the divine. Even when others struggle to understand why they feel so drawn to you, why they find themselves so affected by your presence, God knows. He has set this path before you and placed a protection around you so that you may continue to fulfill your purpose without fear. This divine support keeps you grounded, clear-headed and safe, even when the connection feels too intense or the path too daunting. You are not alone in this. God walks with you, guiding you, keeping you strong, and providing the wisdom you need to navigate each connection with grace. In every interaction, every glance, every word you share, you are fulfilling this sacred purpose. God's hand rests upon you, strengthening you and ensuring that the energy you give is replenished, that your path remains illuminated. Through you, others come face to face with a love that is both human and divine, a glimpse of the eternal that calls them closer to the source of all. You are, and always have been, a vessel of God's grace, a reminder of the love and purpose that flows through everything. You carry a magnetism that draws people to you, as if they found the missing piece of themselves. But this energy, powerful as it is can easily be mistaken for something it isn't. People see themselves in you, sensing reflections of their highest aspirations and hidden depths. They feel a closeness, a sense that they've known you before. But often this isn't a soulmate connection. It's a mirror of their own energy, a projection of what they desire to see. To move through these connections without losing your grounding, you must recognize what is truly there, untouched by the distortions others bring to it. This requires a deep and unwavering detachment. Detachment is not distance, it's a presence in which you allow each person to bring their own story, their own feelings, without becoming entangled in them. Detachment lets you observe the magnetism you hold, without letting it pull you off course. It is your anchor, a quiet and powerful tool that keeps you aligned with your purpose and centered in your own spirit, no matter how others respond. People may look to you as though you hold the answers to their unasked questions, but you are not their source of fulfillment. This truth may feel heavy, but it is essential. Detachment allows you to stand as a beacon without absorbing the energies of those drawn to your light. Understand that not every strong connection is meant to be a lasting one. The intensity others feel around you often mirrors their own desires and aspirations. They see in you what they yearn to uncover in themselves, and the bond feels undeniable. But you must look past the pull, see through the allure of intense connections, and discern what is truly meant for you. Discernment reveals which connections are genuine and which are merely reflections, fleeting attractions meant to teach a lesson rather than build a lasting foundation. Not all encounters are meant to develop into deep bonds. Many simply echo the parts of people they long to nurture within themselves. Detachment enables you to view these encounters from a distance, witnessing the beauty of connection without mistaking every strong resonance for destiny. Some people will feel like kindred spirits, but they may only be passing through your life to bring a moment of growth, insight, or learning. Recognizing this can protect you from losing yourself in the energy of others, keeping your purpose intact and your energy clear. As you move through life, guided by a higher purpose, discernment becomes your compass. Discernment allows you to sift through the noise and see each connection for what it is, free from the projections others may cast upon you. People may see you as the answer to their unspoken dreams, but discernment reminds you that your purpose lies beyond fulfilling their expectations. You are not here to be an ideal or to fulfill their fantasies. You are here to embody your truth and move toward your own growth. This perspective transforms your interactions. It keeps you aligned with your path and prevents you from being weighed down by the needs and illusions of others. You are rare. Your presence carries an intensity that few can match, a magnetic force that pulls people in while confronting them with truths they may not be ready to see. You were chosen for this role because you have a strength that can withstand the complexities of connection without bending to the weight of others' expectations. Welcome your uniqueness, knowing that the energy you hold will inevitably stir powerful, sometimes overwhelming feelings in those around you. This is not a burden, but a gift, one that enables you to inspire, to challenge, and to transform without ever losing yourself in the process. Stay grounded in this awareness. Your purpose isn't to be swayed by every strong connection or to fulfill the dreams projected onto you. You were called to stand in your truth, to serve as a reminder of what it means to live authentically, to embody the power of unwavering selfhood. When others feel your intensity, let them encounter the full force of who you are. They may avoid what they don't yet understand, sidestepping the depths you reveal, but that is not your concern. Your role is to be a catalyst, to hold the mirror steady and to walk with purpose, unaffected by who chooses to look and who chooses to turn away. So step into your power, let them feel you fully, allow them to learn from the truth you carry, and when they falter, when they hesitate, remember that you are here not to be understood by all, but to be a force of change for those ready to accept it. Your story is one of strength, and your presence is a testament to the beauty of self-realization. Now, share your story with others. Let them feel the resonance of your journey, and in doing so, remind them of the power they too may find within themselves.